All right, let's dive into my predictions for One Piece Chapter 1146. Ready? Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm here with another video about the One Piece manga. A brand new chapter is dropping next week, and of course, it's time to theorize. But before we jump into it, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. I'd really appreciate the support. Now, without further delay, let's get into it. Time to grab our Madame Charme crystal ball and predict what might happen in Chapter 1146. After all, early spoilers should start surfacing at the beginning of next week. And let me tell you, there are a lot of expectations around this chapter. That's because the Straw Hats are finally face to face with the first real threat in Elbaf. And on top of that, we're witnessing the first official encounter with a holy knight in the entire story. Her name, Gunko. Naturally, a bunch of questions are now floating around, and some might get answered in this very chapter. Will Gunko show us more than expected, or maybe even less? Maybe this encounter will end in a totally unexpected way, and honestly, I believe Oda could absolutely pull that off. What I mean is, why did Gunko present herself so boldly in front of some pirates from a Yonko's crew, especially with a former warlord standing nearby? Was it arrogance, confidence, or maybe admiration for someone in the group? Well, here's my first prediction. Gunko might reveal she didn't come there to fight, but actually to ask Brook for an autograph. Yeah, maybe she was ready for battle, but when she saw the skeleton, her eyes lit up, and suddenly that became her entire focus. Besides that, Chapter 1146 could dive deeper into Loki's flashback. I thought it would begin back in Chapter 1145, maybe involving King Harold, but Oda surprised us, instead bringing in Loki talking about Xebec. That was a shocker. It'd be cool to get more breadcrumbs about Xebec, but I think Oda already gave us enough for now. So I'm dropping my bet on the Harold flashback for now. I feel like that window is past. What's more likely is a conversation where Loki tells someone that the Holy Knights invited him to join, and he declines in style, saying he's here to destroy the world, not join some filthy celestial dragon order. Another possibility for this chapter is an update on the rescued children. Maybe they'll wake up, maybe not. But I think we'll see more moments with Saul, Robin, and the kids. Maybe even some dialogue between Killian and Summers about the situation. In my opinion, the chapter will wrap up by cutting back to Sval di Colin, with Gunko gazing at Brook with literal heart-shaped eyes, and yes, running over to ask for his autograph. That would be hilarious. Now, just to sum it all up, here's a quick rundown of my predictions for Chapter 1146. Cover story. Ulti thanks Yamato for saving her and Page 1. I'm curious to see how Yamato responds. Will she accept the thanks or not? Chapter opening. One of the Straw Hats asks who the woman is and whether she's responsible for everything happening. Gunko confirms. Killian and Summers say she was too hasty and showed up too soon. I'm especially interested to hear what Jinbei has to say, since he's the strongest one present in the Sval scene. Gunko warns the Straw Hats not to interfere with the world government's plans. She starts firing arrow-shaped projectiles from her arm, but then she sees him, and the scene cuts. We shift to the underworld. Loki explains how he ended up so injured and talks about the offer made by the Holy Knights. He also mentions a man who looks like Shanks the Red-Haired, but doesn't give too many details. Meanwhile, we get a scene with Dory, Brogy, and Gaben taking down more nightmare demons, something we didn't see in Chapter 1145. I believe that's coming now. We might also get some extra interaction between Robin, Saul, Chopper, and the rescued kids, possibly showing how Jinbei saved them from the fire. And finally, we return to the Sval scene where Gunko, filled with excitement, runs to Brook and asks for his autograph. End of the chapter, and no break next week. So that's it. That's my full prediction for One Piece chapter 1146. Now I want to hear from you. What's your take? What do you think will happen? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Just a reminder, clues and hints usually drop between Sunday and Monday. Confirmed spoilers should appear on Tuesday. Full summary comes on Wednesday. The full scanlation should release Thursday or Friday. And the official release, it's Manga Plus on Sunday. So what are your thoughts? Let's talk about it. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace out.